no credit score is required. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button as well as smash the subscribe button. Also, as a reminder to all viewers and subscribers, this is not financial advice. This is for informational purposes only. Now, in today's video, we're going to be going over a fintech company that is coming out with a brand new credit card where there's absolutely no credit check whatsoever. And this is actually revolutionizing the game. So in today's video, we're going over Pesto. So Pesto is an affordable alternative to pawn loans. You pay 0% interest on all purchase when you pay your full balance by the due date each month. No credit score is required. So Pesto is taking a different approach when it comes to pawn loans. So for anyone who's ever pawned an item, pretty much what you do when you go to the pawn shop, you can either sell your valuable items for cash or you can pawn them. So when you pawn them, you're putting up your valuables as collateral in exchange for a loan. And when you repay the loan, you get your valuable items back. Now, how Pesto measures up against traditional pawn loans, and these are just some examples where the maximum pawn loan APR could be in the 200 and 300% range. But when it comes to Pesto, your borrowing costs are actually going to be much lower. So with Pesto, you're paying 0% interest plus a $3.33 card fee. Pawn loans can be too expensive. Get Pesto MasterCard instead. There's zero interest. Pay the full amount on your balance on the due date and you'll pay zero interest on purchases. No credit score requirement, so you don't need a minimum credit score to get the Pesto MasterCard. Pay up to 90% less APR. So if you can't pay your full balance on time, pay just 29.99% APR variable instead of up to 300% APR. Pesto also offers a cash advance, so you don't have to pay a higher APR just because you need cash. Now, how it works, you're going to get an estimate, so you can get a credit line estimate based on the valuable items. Step 2, you could apply for the Pesto MasterCard. So just fill out a quick form to qualify, and again, no minimum credit score is required. Step 3, get the Pesto MasterCard. So after your valuable item is reviewed and approved, you will get your digital Pesto card immediately. Step 4, save money. So pay zero interest as long as you make on-time full payments. And if you can't, pay an affordable interest rate and fee. Pesto believes everyone should have access to affordable credit. Pesto MasterCard was created because credit shouldn't be so expensive. Years spent in pawn shops made it clear that pawn loans should be the last resort. So the Pesto card set out to create an alternative to pawn loans. Pesto MasterCard makes credit affordable even if you don't have a good credit score or history. Now, some frequently asked questions: is this a pawn loan? So Pesto MasterCard is a credit card. It is not a pawn loan, but it is an alternative to pawn loans. Instead of taking your valuables to a pawn shop to get a pawn loan, you can qualify for the Pesto MasterCard by using your valuable items as security for your credit card. Another frequently asked question: is this a secure credit card? Yes, Pesto MasterCard is a secure credit card. However, you do not need cash to secure the credit limit. You simply need jewelry or other valuable items that are acceptable as security. What valuables do you accept as security? So at this time, Pesto MasterCard accepts precious metals, jewelry, diamonds, and gemstones, and watches. All items must be evaluated before a credit limit can be approved. Another question: do I need to ship my item to you? So no, you can deliver it to one of the affiliates and you could check to see if there are any in your area. They can also arrange for you to easily ship your item with a prepaid USPS label. They will need to appraise it, and if you accept the credit offer, they will need to hold the item as security for your credit. Another very important question: can you guarantee my valuables are safe? So any item you send is fully insured during shipping, both ways to and from you. So you can get notifications at every step of the shipping process. You can get your item back at any time. Simply close your account in good standing and provide the return shipping address to arrange for secure return delivery. All right, so just to recap, Pesto is a brand new fintech organization, and they're taking a different approach when it comes to pawn loans. So instead of taking your items to the pawn shop and paying exorbitant interest rates, what they've developed is a credit card. Now, this is actually a form of a secure credit card, but instead of putting up cash, you're going to be putting up valuable items. Now, at the moment, they're mainly just accepting jewelry, diamonds, gold, as well as watches. Now, when you apply for the Pesto MasterCard, they will have to do an appraisal on the items that you're putting up as security. Now, when you want the items back, that's when you would have to close your account, pay it off in full, and then they'll ship the items back to you. Now, I think this is a very unique approach because again, it offers an alternative versus going to the pawn shop. Now, one of the downsides I will say is that it might take up to 14 business days in order for you to get access to your credit line versus a pawn shop. If you need the money immediately, you just walk into the pawn shop, pawn your items, and you get the cash immediately. Now, one advantage that I think Pesto does offer is that you may be able to tap into the value of your items. So let's say you have jewelry or watches, or sometimes people might have these valuables that they're not even really using. So you could literally get a credit line using those items as security and then leverage the credit line to do other things. And another great thing is that you do not need to have a credit check in order to get approved. So there's absolutely no credit check, and they will report this account to the major credit reporting agencies. So this may be a way for you to build your credit. Anyways, that's all for today's video. Let me know your comments and questions right down below. And until next time, take it easy and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.